whatever she decides next has the ability to impact an entire country in ways no one could ever imagine.
Buying Team Namibia is a choice you make for us, not just for you. Join the 2.5 million strong team that grows stronger with every single Team Namibia purchase. Team Namibia. Together, our future is brighter.
Good evening and thank you for tuning in to the final edition of Primetime News for this week. I'm Ishmael Mukvonda. Leading our news coverage, President Dr. Hage Geingob emphasized that Agali Dooysob's true calling was not to be a diplomat or politician, but rather that of a craftsman, particularly in the field of music during the liberation struggle. Prime Minister Sarah Kuwongwela Amadila read President Geingob's speech on his behalf during Dooysob State Memorial at the Parliament Gardens earlier today. Now, let's listen to a segment of the President's speech.
Comrade Agali Jacobus Dooysob calling in life was not to be a battlefield soldier, a diplomat or adept politician. His calling was the arts, most specifically music. He was a master craftsman of lyrics and melodies, who in a few short but poignant verses managed to forge a masterpiece of national harmony, which captured the spirit and psyche of a people who had overcome centuries of colonial oppression to emerge into the dawn of freedom and independence. Through the national anthem, Namibia, Land of the Brave, Comrade Agali Dooysob captured and forever immortalized in the hearts and minds of all Namibians and their generations the revolutionary spirit and bravery of Captain Hendrik Witbooi, Chief Samuel Maharero, Chief Kahimemwa Nguvauva, Captain Jacob Marengo, Chief Nehale Liampingana, Chief Mandume Yandemfayo, Chief Ipumbuya Chilongo, Chief Hosea Kutako, Mama Kakuruka de Mungunda, Marcus Cooper, Dimo Hamambo, and many other iconic individuals who relentlessly fought against the forces of colonial oppression in order to free their people from the shackles of bondage. For his role as the principal driving force behind the creation of our national anthem, he can never be forgotten and has etched his name amongst the pantheon of national luminaries whose contributions to people and country will continue to illuminate the consciousness of the Namibian people for centuries to come. Therefore, although today's gathering is indeed a sorrowful occasion, may the memory of this talented artist and his role in the musical and cultural arena assuage the pain that is in our hearts as the bereaved family, comrades, friends, and the Namibian nation.
Switching gears, Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs Frans Kapofi acknowledged in Parliament that several army bases in the country are showing signs of aging, and he confirmed ongoing renovation efforts. Kapofi's comments came in response to concerns raised by PDM leader McHenry Venani regarding the deteriorating condition of the Grootfontein Army Base.
But Minister Kapofi, the biggest army base of our country is Grootfontein. I I've tried to call you 3 times, you are not answering your phone. Yes, 3 times. The army base is still untidy. Untidy. The fence is half broken. Cars, flat tires. And it catches the eye of a person. What are you going to do and why is the army base of Grootfontein in that state of affairs?
But the problem is the bases are getting old, many of them. We have built some bases. Walvis Bay is a new base. We have built Kitmans. If you were to visit them, you will see. Olundo is another that we are building. It's not complete, but phase 1 is done. Karibib, phase 1 is done. Those new ones that we have built as a country, as a government, as a country, as a republic, they look fairly okay. But these ones, we are fixing them. We are trying. We have started with Mpacha, part of Mpacha. We are building. We are renovating Rundu, and a few others on the way. I think Grootfontein is next. There are key critical infrastructure in Grootfontein or facility that needs our attention. Chief among them is the piping, the water infrastructure underground, and also the difficult part is that we are struggling to find the maps. Those guys have gone with those maps, and it's very difficult to find the layout of the piping and all those things. It is a difficult thing. They cannot be found.
Transitioning to the next story, Cletus Karongo, a member of parliament and the chairperson of the Standing Committee on Constitutional and Legal Affairs, emphasized in the August House on Thursday that while there has been significant progress and widespread acceptance of the Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, no country can confidently claim to have fully achieved gender equality. Karongo's remarks underscored that the gains made in women's rights and gender equality remain at risk due to the potential impact of various crises.
In June 2023, the Interparliamentary Union, IPU, and the Office of the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights jointly organized parliamentary roundtable discussion on women's rights in celebration of the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Despite progress made and the near universal adoption of the Convention on the Elimination of Discrimination Against Women, no country can yet claim to have fully achieved gender equality. Indeed, gains in women's rights and gender equality are at serious risk of being reversed by multiple crises. Although some efforts were made and positive results achieved in the world, including Namibia, there are still many shortcomings and challenges. Therefore, parliaments, including the Parliament of Namibia, are key to promoting human rights, including women's rights, through its legislative, representative, budgeting, and oversight roles. The Parliament of Namibia is duty-bound to ensure women's access on equal basis with men to decent work and gender equality in and through education and information system. The recommendations are as follows. Both houses of Parliament of Namibia must support the pledges that commenced at the Geneva Roundtable discussions held on the 22nd of June 2023.
Turning our attention to the northern region of the country, Petrus Nihale, spokesperson for the Oshikoto Regional Council, is urging community members experiencing severe water shortages to register for water tanker services at their respective constituency offices for much-needed assistance. Our Oshikoto region correspondent Gabriel Thomas filed this story.
Nehale said in a press statement on Thursday, people in the Okankolo, Ngodi, and Nehale Lyampingana constituency villages in the Oshikoto region who are experiencing water shortages and who are not part of the system should register at their constituency offices as soon as possible to be supplied with water. He further said they have a long-term plan which is geared at addressing the issue of access to potable water in the region. He further stated that the council has allocated 634,615 Namibian dollars during the current financial year for rural development programs, including for short water pipelines. Nehale urged community members to remain patient while they address the issue of potable water in the region. He noted, in collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Forestry, we have secured 10 water tanker trucks to provide emergency water supply to affected communities in our region. Reporting for Primetime News, Chekonia Nehemia.
Stay tuned for our upcoming Primetime Biz segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, your go-to destination for all things related to the world of business. In a significant development, the Ondango Town Council has initiated a project to provide water and electricity services to the Omashaka proper informal settlement as part of their commitment to the town's 5-year strategic plan. The project, set to span over a month, aligns with the strategic initiative of developing informal areas within the town. We now bring you further insights into this story.
Shitalangahau Mutikisha said the project is in the initial stages and the servicing is done by council employees who have expertise in carrying out similar projects as they have done in other areas of the town. She said this is cost effective for the council as they do not have to pay for labor but rather buy materials. According to Shitalangahau Mutikisha, Omashaka proper informal settlement accommodates around 350 erven, of which 5 are public open spaces. However, a total of 314 houses are expected to be connected to the services. Further, Shitalangahau Mutikisha stated that homeowners will be able to connect to this service and have potable water in their own homes. The electricity project, started in August 2023, is 90% done at a cost of 3.5 million Namibian dollars. Reporting for Primetime News, Diana Kauta.
Prime Minister Sarah Kugongwela Amadila outlined the criteria for determining eligibility for drought relief during Thursday's session in the August House. These details were provided in response to a query from LPM leader Bernardes Swartboy regarding the qualifications for receiving drought relief food. Let's now take a moment to listen to these criteria.
In the past, up to this year, when Cabinet first approved the drought relief for the year, the qualifying criteria for receiving food for households is a combined income of 2,600 Namibian dollars for a couple. So that would mean that if both of the spouses are beneficiaries of the old age grant, and the old age grant amounts to a total of 2,000 500, they would qualify. And the package is given to the household, not to individual members. But we have noted that the old age grants have since been increased, with the result that if you have a couple that are both recipients of the old age grants, their combined income will be higher than the threshold, the cap, which is 2,600, resulting in a situation where all beneficiaries of the old age grants were disqualified from benefiting from drought relief. And there was a complaint from the public. So Cabinet decided to adjust the amount upwards, to increase the threshold to 3,000, I think 100, in order to make it possible that a couple that are recipients of the old age grants would still qualify to get drought relief. And I would like to emphasize that the package is per household, it is not per individual. Cabinet also decided to increase the size of the maize meal from a 12.5 kg bag to a 20 kg bag.
Up next is your economics roundup. Welcome to Sport Planet, your go-to destination for all things sports. South Africa's double World Cup winning captain Siya Kolisi made his first public appearance as a Racing 92 player on Thursday and admitted that it felt like the first day back at school. Kolisi, who led the Springboks to the 2019 and 2023 World Cups, has joined the top 14 club from South African franchise Sharks on a 3-year deal. "I'm excited," he told reporters on Thursday, adding that he will make his debut for the club against La Rochelle in Paris on November 26. "I started training on Tuesday and it's exciting. It felt like the first day back at school," Kolisi said. On to football. Germany coach Julian Nagelsmann today recalled Bayern Munich midfielder Joshua Kimmich for friendlies against Turkey and Austria as he builds towards Euro 2024. Kimmich traveled with the squad for matches against the United States and Mexico in October, but played no role in either game due to illness. Serge Gnabry also returns after recovering from a broken arm. Gnabry made a brief appearance as a substitute for Bayern in the victory against Galatasaray in the Champions League on Wednesday in his first game back. Nagelsmann, the former Bayern coach who took over from Hansi Flick in September, has also called up 2 uncapped players as he tests options for Euro 2024, taking place in Germany. Leipzig experienced goalkeeper Jannis Plasvig and Werder Bremen forward Marvin Dachs. Stay tuned for your sports roundup. And with that, we've come to the conclusion of this week's broadcast. Thank you for joining me throughout the course of the week. I would like to remind you to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates on events both at home and around the world. Until next time, this is Ishmael Mukvonda along with our dedicated production team wishing you a peaceful evening, good night and have a blessed weekend ahead.